Greetings, everyone. How are you? So we are tapping in with the breath matrix. Some of you may have gotten a preview already of what that's like, and it's a current project. I'm having so much fun writing, so much fun. I'm having a lot of fun writing this one. It's been a while since I've had had just an inspiration to really write. And this is perfect timing. Perfect timing. All right, so let's get you guys into it. The breath matrix. Welcome. Alright, turning down the music a little bit. Let me know if we're good. Welcome. Jesus in the building. Hi, Nina. Hey, just read the scalar might be helpful to help clean the pineal gland. Oh yeah, of course. There is so many programs for that. Especially, I love playing solfeggio frequencies. Solfeggio frequencies, I'll do a separate live on solfeggio frequencies. Do a separate live on that. But welcome, guys. Welcome to the Breath Matrix. And the Breath Matrix was inspired, inhaled, exhaled out of an inspiration even from what the Matrix is. If you've seen the movie The Matrix, if you haven't, definitely go see it. But if you understand the concept of the aspect of the Matrix, and in the aspect that this whole reality of what we call life is connected with every breath, every move, every subconscious happening. That's what's happening within every algorithm of the human experience. Breath is there. It's there. It's there in that moment. All right. So, welcome, guys. So, sensory simulation. Since the Matrix is a virtual reality, it needs to simulate all sensory experiences accurately, including the sensation of breathing. The algorithm would have to account for different breathing patterns like relaxed breathing, heavy breathing, after physical exertion, or shortness of breath due to illness or stress. So, biological process. The Matrix must maintain a consistent and believable simulation of the human body. Keyword believable. This includes simulating the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, as well as the intricate balance of gases and the whole of the respiratory system in maintaining homeostasis. By incorporating these processes into the algorithm, the Matrix ensures that simulated humans function as closely as possible to their real-world counterparts. That is the quantum echo of reality. That is literally the quantum echo effect of reality. Just like in this version of yourself, something is going on, but then there's another version of you doing something completely different. If you ever go see that movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once, definitely go tap into that movie. That movie has the best, one of the best explanations of different phases of reality, and that in itself, that movie is only like 1% of what we truly can grasp of the ripple of what we call quote unquote quantum. It's wild. Psychological and emotional responses. Breathing patterns are closely linked to emotions and mental states. For example, when a person is anxious or stressed, their breathing may become rapid or shallow. To simulate human emotions accurately, the matrix algorithm would need to replicate these patterns and respond to various emotional states. Various states. Every movement, every energy in motion holds an imprint of your breath. Breath is part of the algorithm. Are you following me? Are you following the codes here? Interactions with the environment. The matrix must also simulate environmental factors that can affect breathing, such as changes in altitude, air quality, or the presence of allergens. The algorithm would have to account for these factors and adapt the simulation accordingly, ensuring that the experience of breathing in the matrix is consistent with the real world. Where is the real world? Does anyone know? Does anyone know where the real world is? It's within you. That's where the real world is. The real world is within you. That is where the real world is. A lot of things are constantly changing. What we thought was fly one day is now boring today. Not just finances wise, but little things like that. That's how powerful our consciousness as a whole really is. It's very interesting. And I think even during quote unquote wartime, you have the upbeat kind of music, right? During actually times of peace, which is very interesting, you have more of a down tempo style of music that is pushed in the mainstream. But now, honestly, I feel like it's all over the place because now we have social media, so it gives more of a wider crowd and sense of music versus mainstream, right? So yeah, it all depends on what you want to focus on at the end of the day too. Yeah. The role of the nose in facial expressions and social cues. The nose is an essential element of human facial expressions, which are crucial for nonverbal communication. The matrix algorithm needs to stimulate the role of the nose in facial expressions and its impact on social interactions to create a believable environment for its inhabitants. Welcome to the Breath Matrix, because it's about to get deeper. Nasal resonance. The nose contributes to the resonance of the human voice, affecting the quality and timbre of speech. To stimulate human speech accurately, the matrix must account for the role of the nasal cavity in voice production and incorporated into the algorithm. Why the nose? Because it's a very unique part of the body. I mean, every part of your being is. But the nose specifically, if you were to split open the nasal cavity side by side, you have literally a spiral fractal in your nasal cavity. The nose was meant for breathing and structuring the information that comes into the nose. Keyword, I said information. I didn't just say air. You think that's air you're breathing? You think that's just air you're breathing? You're also breathing in quantum foam. You're breathing in so many different dimensions of reality. Olfaction. The sense of smells is an essential component of the human experience. The olfactory system is housed within the nasal cavity, where specialized olfactory receptor neurons detect various food molecules, odor molecules. The matrix must simulate a wide range of smells and their intensities, as well as their effect on emotions and memories, to create a realistic environment for its inhabitants. Using your breath. Understand that 80% of communication is nonverbal. That includes sound. That includes the texture of the air. That includes the texture of your environment. That includes your mirror neurons picking up on so many information outside of the box of verbiage. It's just one of them. Verbiage is one of the many factors that give you the aspect of communication. The power of this vessel. It's beautiful. All right. So in the Matrix, Neo and Agent Smith can be seen as symbolic representations of nasal breathing and mouth breathing. Respectfully, their contrasting characteristics can be interpreted as metaphors for differences between these two breathing methods and their effects on human experience with overall well-being. Neo as nasal breathing. Balance and harmony. Nasal breathing is associated with maintaining balance in the body, promoting proper oxygen and carbon dioxide levels, and supporting overall well-being. Similarly, Neo represents the balance and harmony within the Matrix, as he is the one destined to restore equilibrium between the human and machine worlds. Different versions of reality meshing together with the power and introspect and the keyword embodiment of balance. You have two hands, you got 2 feet, balance, affirm it, it is part of you. So whatever you're going through in your life, understand balance is there somewhere, always, within every breath. Balance is there. So, mindfulness and self-awareness. Nasal breathing is often linked to mindfulness practices such as meditation, which promotes self-awareness and mental clarity. Neo's journey in the Matrix is a path of self-discovery, where he learns to control his thoughts, emotions, and actions. ultimately unlocking his full potential. Adaptability and resilience. Nasal breathing enables the body to adapt more efficiently to different environments and situations. Neo's ability to adapt to the matrix, learn new skills rapidly, and overcome challenges demonstrates the resilience and adaptability associated with nasal breathing. All right, now we have the agent Smiths. As mouth breathing, hence disruption and imbalance. Mouth breathing can lead to imbalances in the body, such as overbreathing, hyperventilation, causing a stress response. Agent Smith represents the disruption and imbalance within the matrix, as he aims to maintain control over humans and eliminate any threats to the machine world. Hence, he doesn't want to find harmony. He wants to breathe more life into quote-unquote imbalance. That's what he wants to do. So, aggression and stress. Mouth breathing is linked to increased stress levels and heightened emotional states. Agent Smith's character is often aggressive, relentless, and driven by a desire for power and control, reflecting the negative aspects of mouth breathing. Aggression and stress. So, let's tap in with rigidity and resistance to change, because keyword resistance to change. Keyword resistance to change. When you are holding on to anything, can you truly change? The point and what's happening, you know what? Let me break it down all the way to food. So you put something in your body, especially if it's a solid. If it's a solid, right? Goes in your stomach, your body is reading it, and then it comes out the other end. It poops it out. It doesn't just stick to your body. Do you really want that? Over time and energetically, you know what that's doing to your body. This is why hydration is king. Being hydrated, I don't just mean just water. No, I mean increasing the plasmic connectivity in your body. That also includes electrons, which is why breathing is also powerful, and also plasma projectors, things of that nature is also powerful. But the aspect of resistance, holding the breath, keyword, you're resisting change, because the more you delay that inhale and that exhale, the more you delay change. Why not learn to harmonize with the power of change? Why not learn to harmonize and grow with the lessons that change has to offer and give within your breath? It's there. It's there. Stop holding on to it. And we're going to dive deeper into, which one you should be more focused on in that aspect. Whoa. Okay. All right. So mouth breathing lacks the adaptability and efficiency of nasal breathing. Agent Smith is a symbol of rigidity and resistance to change, as he consistently opposes Neo's efforts to transform the Matrix and break free from the machine's world's constraints. So the relationship between binary code and nasal breathing highlights the contrast between the machine world's deterministic nature and the dynamic, adaptable human experience. Nasal breathing symbolizes the human spirit's resilience and ability to find balance, even with the confines of the Matrix. Remember, the breath resides in all dimensions of reality. So binary code, interdependence for a complete simulation. The Matrix relies on binary code to create its digital environment, while nasal breathing contributes to the authenticity of the human experience within that environment. Both elements are crucial for the creation of a comprehensive and believable virtual world that effectively stimulates reality. So the power of choice. One of the central themes of the Matrix is the power of human experience to shape our lives and our world. Neo, the main character, is faced with the choice of whether to accept the illusion of the Matrix or fight against it and seek the truth. Within this context, the choice to breathe consciously and intentionally could be seen as a reflection of the broader theme of personal agency and the power to shape our own destiny. Communication. Multi-dimensional ports. The breath matrix might also include portals or entry points to different dimensions, allowing for direct physical or energetic travel and interaction between dimensions. Synchronicities and symbols. Communication through the breath matrix could involve the use of synchronicities and symbols as a means of conveying information, with patterns and coincidences serving as indicators of messages being transmitted. Universal language. Within the breath matrix, a universal language or code might exist that transcends the limitations of spoken and written language, enabling clearer and more direct communication between dimensions. Those dimensions include the soul dimension, the idea dimension, the energetic dimension, the abundance dimension, the healing dimension. Breath is there within all constructs, contrast. That is what the breath represents, the power of contrast. The breath represents contrast, the foundational energy of contrast, beyond the aspect of the inhale, the exhale, beyond air, matter, etc. It represents contrast. Consciousness bridges. The breath matrix might contain connections or bridges between the consciousness of beings in different dimensions, enabling telepathic communication or the sharing of experiences and knowledge. You know, when you're with a spouse or someone, a dear friend of yours, that you just start to mimic some parts of each other? You know, it's part of that string of that biomimicry that's happening. Breath, just listening to their breathing patterns, how they move and how they breathe while they move and how they move. You're taking in that imprint and getting connected with it. Because as you're inhaling, you're taking in information. As you're exhaling, you're embodying, analyzing that information. There's your connection, your string of communication. So energetic signatures, every being or entity in different dimensions might have its unique energetic signature, which could serve as a means of identification when communicating through the breath matrix. Here's one in terms of energetic communicators, right? Or signatures. Whenever you see someone very frantic, panicky, right? They're breathing in a huff and a puff way. Especially they're most likely mouth breathing as well. Trying to quote unquote catch their breath. Why you gotta go chase your breath? You have somewhat of control of your breath. You do have it's one of those gray areas of the dimension of what we call life. Because again, it represents contrast, right? In so many ways. All right. So we did conscious bridges already. So the inhale, which is actually sympathetic. This decreases the pressure inside the chest relative to the pressure outside, causing air to rush in. This is a more active process compared to exhalation, as it requires muscle contraction. In terms of the nervous system, the primary driver of this action is the phrenic nerve, which stimulates the diaphragm to contract. Inhale, sympathetic. This is why in alchemy breathwork we focus on the exhales. It's such a deep, deep level in so many ways. Inhale is very important though. But the exhales, that's where you are. Literally, that's 100% you. So, within the breath matrix, there is a nerve system readiness. I love how we're going through different systems within the breath matrix. So, the matrix deals with concepts of perceived reality, control, and freedom. In this context, the sympathetic nervous system could represent the matrix itself. Just as the sympathetic system prepares the body for fight or flight in response to perceived threats, the matrix controls the perception of humans, keeping them in a state of unconscious readiness, reacting to a stimulated and simulated reality. So, parasympathetic, the real world. The parasympathetic nervous system could symbolize the real world, or more specifically, the act of awakening from the matrix. Like the parasympathetic system, which slows the heart rate and promotes rest and digest, waking from the matrix is about slowing down, realizing the truth, and acting deliberately rather than reacting. Just as slow, conscious, parasympathetic focused breathing can stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system and promote a calm, focused state, awakening from the matrix requires deliberate thought, mindfulness, and a willingness to accept and act on reality rather than the programmed illusions of the matrix. The external world will rule the way you breathe until you rule the way you breathe. So that concludes Breath Matrix Part 1. I'm going to have so many parts. If you're part of the Breath Family Members Group, the book will be coming out there first for free. Or if you have mental breath work, you know what? If you have any of the breath journeys, you're going to be getting it for free. So definitely tap in. If you want physical copies, I'll definitely be looking into that. So no worries. Need to catch the replay. What do you guys think? If anybody wants to hop on live, you're more than welcome to. Fire. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tapping in. I will see you at the next Breathful event. Peace. And definitely join the Breathful newsletter for updates, exclusives. If you want premium content, sign up to Breath Family Members Group or subscribe. How do I get my dad to stop mouth breathing? One of the ways to get them to stop mouth breathing is getting him to smile to sleep. I don't care how bad your day is. Smile to sleep. Smiling to sleep with your mouth closed and your exhale is longer and longer and longer. That is now training your subconscious muscle memory as well, in a sense, in that regard. Because if you're breathing in a parasympathetic state and you're doing muscle contractions, now you're going deep within the foundational constructs of muscle memory, utilizing breath. So when you're in that stretch with your mouth in that way, that's way better than putting chemicals on your mouth. Come on, guys. Yeah, it's way better than that. It's a healthier thing to do. And it's a nice way of building that willpower as well. And that will echo into other things. It will echo into so many other things, and learning to transmute that willpower into, what you see fit. All right, guys. Oh, someone says, what would you recommend for someone who has smoked for years and is just starting out? Mental breath work. Always. Mental breath work, and dive into a breath dojo. Just a random breath dojo within. So if you're part of Breath Family Members Group, there's over hundreds of different material to go through and experience in terms of the breath journeys. So definitely you can go to any breath dojo and just do one randomly, literally. That's why I like doing the chat, like every day, or at least consistently. I'll post a random breath session of the day type of thing. If we're not doing anything live, I'll post something randomly in the chat, and it gives, everyone starts to really like that even more, because it gives you that spontaneous, I'm just gonna do that today, or I'm gonna do something different than I did a couple weeks. The point is to have fun with the breath, right? Because if it's too mundane, too boring, is it really gonna last? Is it really gonna last? We are not born as a box-like being. We are so multi-dimensional aspects of what we call life. We have so many layers of that within us. So express it and have fun with it. All right, familia. Have a breathful day. If you found value in this, share it. And be on the lookout for those amethyst lenses. They go on next week. And they will... we're going to restock maybe by the end of June. So you're going to have to wait and wait. But maybe next time I am, because someone asked me about my team or whatever. So we are working on that. Large upscales are happening as we speak. So be on the lookout for that. We sold out within 3 hours. So I can only imagine what, 48 hours can do to only 11 pairs. So keyword 48 hours. If we did that in 3 hours, I honestly don't know. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. But we are working our best to restock. And Also, did you know you can also leave a custom engraving on the lenses as well? I'm actually having mine done right now. Really pumped for it. And the rest of them will go out by the end of this month. So if you were one of the lucky people, or in the future, if you are one of the lucky peoples, which most likely one of you will be at least, you can be certain to find a lot of eye breathing journeys part of having the lenses as well. So be on the lookout for that. And I'm also going to be posting a testimonial of this one person I'm helping out right now. Just 1 week of being focused on eye breathing. He doesn't have to wear his his glasses as much. I'm not talking about the crystal lenses. I'm talking about the glasses. All right, guys. Have a breathful day. If you found value in any of my content, share it. And continue to breathe more life into progressive, breathful material like this. Really appreciate every single one of you. Peace.